Help International School is the latest endeavour of the Help Education Group, which for 27 years now has been helping people live a life of significance, achieve their dreams by giving them a quality education.
The whole purpose of a school like this is to be able to nurture the sense of other-centeredness, community-mindedness, sensitivity towards other people. We have gone to great lengths to literally scour the earth, north, south, east and west, to look for teachers.
We want students to go into the classroom excited about knowledge, about whatever subject that they are studying, to be able to encourage their intellectual curiosity.
When children come into the presence of someone who is passionate, immediately their eyes light up because there's a sense of expectation. This teacher is going to be interesting.
Math can be fun, it can be enjoyable, it can be about finding solutions to puzzles and also about finding different ways to solve problems.
It's more important to learn the culture and the history of the language where you can really find the fulfillment.
I will always have a bit of like a knowledge, a music appreciation to start with. That means they have to recognize the sound of instruments, they have to know the basic rhythm.
Will transform the whole environment, classroom environment, into a topic-related setting. For instance, we could be going to a park, we could be going to an aeroplane or a jungle, and have children share their imaginative experiences within this environment where there's no boundaries.
The one thing I want to do with our students is to be able to help them to be able to argue, to question, to prove a point, to explain, to analyse, to describe something so much that actually the rest of us can close our eyes and imagine that place.
Okay, so when they come to my lessons, it's going to be creative, engaging and interactive. Everything's hands-on. They're doing the discovery and they're doing the learning, and it's all about them. Okay, it's going to be challenging, there is going to be competition, but it is going to be fun, because essentially if they're enjoying what they're learning, then the capacity for them to learn is going to be limitless.
I'm really passionate about teaching students to make connections from what I've taught them to the greater world, and how to apply those kinds of connections to further learning.
We've got a beautiful library that is designed like a children's bookshop that is, meant to excite children about reading. We've got excellent sports facilities, swimming pool, a football field, multi-purpose halls.
We will have a wide variety of extracurricular activities that are designed and made to help a child improve in so many areas.
So the range of sports that we're going to be covering in terms of lessons and extracurricular would be netball, basketball, football, volleyball, rounders, softball, trampolining and gymnastics. They've got loads of fitness activities.
Every child, therefore, is able to find a talent, a sport that they are good at doing. And I think that encapsulates the general philosophy of our school in not just sports, but in their studies, in creative arts, in drama, the idea that each child is able to identify their talents.
You'll have acting, mask work, fight choreography, radio, television technique, voice technique, physical theater, mime. The list is endless.
The pupils will design anything that they want on the screen, and exactly what they've designed is exactly what comes out on the computer. So for example, this is something that back in the UK I designed as an example for the mobile phone cases, and we laser cut it and it came out exactly as I planned and as I designed.
We also brought in teachers who are passionate about life, who have interests and hobbies beyond the classroom, beyond the school. And that's important so that they lead by example.
I love making, regardless. If back home in my house in the UK, everything was made by myself. My furniture, picture frames, placemats and everything like that was designed and made by myself. I actually made this into my own business, so a lot of the stuff that I teach is real life industry taken from my own very business.
One of my biggest interests is volunteer work, so I love to work with refugee children. I do it on my weekends.
I'm currently writing a fantasy trilogy, something similar to Lord of the Rings, about the birth of magic. I've been working on it for over a decade.
Drama, theater, cinema. I love the cinema. I love astronomy, gemology. I love history. I love archaeology. I love architecture. I love art, modern art. I love modern dance.
I like to go rock climbing. I play ultimate frisbee. I'm an avid scuba diver, and I run a lot.
Our motto, Life in All Its Fullness, reflects our philosophy of education, that the purpose of a school is to help a child live a full and happy life.
Life in its fullness should begin at the beginning, and schools should embrace this as well, I think. It's about embracing life, living it to its fullest, always learning.
To live life in all its fullness is to help children realise and develop in their minds, their bodies and their spirits.
Life in all its fullness to me means being happy with your life, making the best decisions for your life, giving yourself the best chance for the best life.
And I believe in the old Latin adage, carpe diem, seize the day. Make this day the most special, because life is short and you have to take joy and pleasure and pride in whatever you do.
We want to be able to develop talent, right? We want to nurture creativity. We want to grow giftedness.
All in all, we want children to have a full life, and that's what they will have if they come to Help International School.